Metroid Prime Remastered was easily the biggest surprise hit of 2023. I mean, Nintendo just shadow dropped it on the February 2023 Direct. And for the most part, no one was really expecting it. I mean, there had been rumors that it was coming out after they restarted the development on Metroid Prime 4 with the OG crew. Apparently, there was rumors that they were going to remaster the original trilogy as well leading up to that, which is exactly my theory on what's going on. I mean, Nintendo would be foolish to not do so. But now I think that's more of a possibility because we are starting to hear from reliable sources that Metroid Prime 2 Remastered could be coming up very soon, which is incredible. Incredible. We get not one great Metroid Prime game, but two great Metroid Prime games in the same freaking year. Now, the rumor in question comes from Jeff Grubb. For those of you who don't know, Jeff Grubb is a journalist and a gaming insider, and he pretty much has his finger on the pulse of what's going on in the gaming industry. And for the most part, he's pretty damn reliable. Whenever he says that these things are on the way, I tend to perk up and really start to pay attention. I mean, he almost accurately forecasted that Nintendo was releasing Metroid Prime Remastered. I think his date was a little off, but for the most part, he was right on target in forecasting that the game was actually coming. And I would expect the same thing here. I'm not sure if we'll get it by the end of this month. It would be super awesome if we did. I would probably more see it coming out maybe October or possibly around September during the September Direct. Who knows? I mean, either way, this is just incredible news for Metroid fans, you know? Like, we've heard nothing about Metroid Prime 4, and the fact that they're slowly building up, they're slowly releasing each one. They released Metroid Prime. They're potentially going to be releasing Metroid Prime 2 Remastered here soon, and one would assume that Metroid Prime 3 would come out sometime early next year. So, one could very well assume that maybe by the end of 2024, we could possibly legitimately see Metroid Prime 4, which would be amazing. And this is my theory, and I'm still standing by it. I think that Metroid Prime 4 is going to be one of the launch titles for whatever Nintendo's new console is. That's just my personal opinion. Hit me up in the comments what you think they'll plan on doing with it. I'm going to be honest, I really am excited. I know not a lot of fans are super nostalgic for Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I mean, a lot of them consider it to be a mid game. Personally, for me, I have a ton of nostalgia for that game. Because, funny story, it was actually the first Metroid title that I owned. Because my friends actually owned Metroid Prime, I never actually did own that title, so I would just borrow it from them and play it. And I got pretty deep into it because, you know, obviously, I borrow it for long periods of time, but I actually owned Metroid Prime 2, and I got to really dig my teeth into that one, and it was probably one of the first games that I actually properly completed. Yeah, there's a ton of nostalgia there for me. I'm super excited. I mean, like, despite the fact that it isn't super fondly remembered, there's still quite a bit of nostalgia for the trilogy. Let's be honest, you know? I mean, what Retro Studios did with that whole trilogy was amazing, despite the fact that 2 and 3 didn't quite live up to the hype that Metroid Prime 1 had. And I'm honestly really excited that Nintendo is giving more love to the Metroid series and just some of their lesser known series in general. You know, like we are on the heels of Pikmin 4 releasing, and I've been really digging into the classic games, Pikmin 1 and 2. I haven't really checked out Pikmin 3. I don't know if I'll get to that one before 4 releases. But I have been digging into those two and just realizing how much of a ball those games are. So I'm really excited to see Nintendo kind of going back to a lot of these old like GameCube titles and really giving them some love and kind really bringing back like some of these really fun and memorable franchises that didn't really see the light of day, and it's almost seemed like Nintendo for a minute there was trying to bury these two franchises. So I'm super excited that we are finally getting some new games and some really good remasters. You know, Nintendo is notorious for keeping their games under lock and key, so it's amazing to see them finally kind of open the gate a little bit, just a little bit, and giving us some real good old titles and giving some proper love to them. Nintendo's not really known for like bringing back retro titles, so they still have a problem with it to this day. They could definitely kind of hit the accelerator button, you know, ramp up the old school titles. You know, they could definitely do a little bit more with some of like the emulated versions on the Switch. You know, but hey, at least we're getting really polished and really fun remasters. You know, it's perfect. It's perfect. You know, 2023 so far has been shaping up as the year of remasters, and I kind of have some problems with it, but for the most part, at least they're good damn games. At least we are getting really good games, really tipping their cap to the original title, and even some of them like taking it a little bit further, you know, giving a little bit more, you know. And I'm all for that. I am all for that. I'm excited. I really hope this rumor is true because, God, I just love Metroid Prime 2. I just love it. Just any chance I have to get back to that game, I will do that 100%. But what do you guys think? Do you think Jeff Grubb is right here? Hit me up in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It really helps out with the algorithm here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.